Hello everyone, today's lesson learned number 2. We're going to be talking about today's a little different than number 1. Number 1 was more of like an upbeat type of thing, be consistent, but today's going to be something more of a realization to yourself of how you're supposed to really expect every day to go. You have what's called expectations, and you have what's called reality. Now, every once in a while, the great thing happens and expectations do meet reality, or vice versa. Something happens that is truly amazing. Everything works. The best laid plans are indeed the best laid plans. Most of the time, though, something happens. Once again, this video is another one kind of resembled that moment. And, I'd show you part of my days if I could, but I really can't because I don't have an ability to film what I do there. But the reality is this. You have these goals, these aspirations, and even if you happen to consistently do decent or do good every single day, there are still some people that will not succeed. That's just how it is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's just part of life and why it isn't that great of a life sometimes. And part of that is definitely a reality that most people must accept. Most dreams do not come true. So then you kind of wonder yourself, okay, well, if I can't do what I love, and or the effort I put in doesn't create the same reward I expect it to, what's really the point? The point simply is, that struggle is the reason to keep on. Being able to see that struggle, get through it, go to the next thing. So when you really think about it, expectations versus reality, one of those things just sets you up for failure right away. You can expect things, you can have goals, but you must always accept the fact that reality will be as it is. It will not change based on how certain things work. Even things socially. Let's do that for example. A social change in the world. Obviously, the people born today, it's going to be a little different than it ever has been before. So you start looking at how some people lived and some things didn't change in their life ever. Simple reality is, they lived in the same small town. They didn't really change much. A very small group of people. And they didn't have to. You could go many years without really having to make any large changes. But today, we're led to believe, because we can see the lives of people that are great, that your reality can be amazing, can be great. So you start to expect that. Those individuals came from two different places. One, they worked really hard for where they're at, harder than most of us ever will. I hope to eventually get there someday at one of those points, but man, I've talked to some of those individuals and they've put in 100 weeks in a row, and it's the amount of work that they get done in 100 weeks, so 2 years, versus what people get done in 10 years is unfathomably different. Then you have the other ones where the money came from some sort of a family lineage, or they won a lottery. Some other way they got kind of lucky. The funny part about that is those individuals don't always have money at the end. They usually run out of funds. Kind of funny, because they have that much money, they expect they should be living a certain way. So then when they get to that level of living and they realize how much it costs, it's already too late. And that's where we come down to why being consistent and also having good expectations that are linked to reality is one of the most important things you could probably do. Because day in and day out, if you try to imagine what it would be like to be great but not be consistently working towards that goal, anything you do that's not towards that goal, or at least towards bettering yourself every single day, I literally can't stress enough the amount of effort, pure effort, those individuals go through. And for some than others, it has to be even more than the regular. They have to go and strive even harder. And they consistently do this. And for those individuals, that small 1%, their expectations meet reality because they are consistently working to that reality. They expect it so much, they believe in it so much that it's bound to happen simply out of their own willpower. So now, get really deep with it. Get real deep with yourself and think what you are willing to give to get your expectations to your reality. You do one of two things. You either raise up your consistency, your work effort, your work ethic, or you lower down your expectations to whatever your reality is. Either way, you must choose. You don't get both, and if you do, you probably won't have long-term success anyways, simply because you're gonna get it the wrong way, and the amount of effort it really takes to get to those places teaches you many lessons along the way. So with this game, the reason why I showed this one is I was playing really bad. It was not good. I played with my teammate a previous game before, and I'm playing in like a random select. I'm getting random teammates. So I got them essentially twice in a row, which was kind of weird, but it does happen in this game. And I was just playing so bad, and he was getting so frustrated. But you know what he did after we lost the first game, and what he did amazingly. You know, there was one point he got a little bummed, but after that he started doing call-outs, started trying to command the game to, help the success of me and him as a team. So what he did was he took his expectations, put in the extra effort, made it his reality. He wanted to win. And just simply because of that, I was not playing good at all still. But his legitimate change in effort was just enough for me to do just good enough and to make this last goal happen and make this all reality. It wasn't a pretty game, but we won. Our expectation at the end was to win. We didn't have any grander, we're gonna destroy them, but we did say we need to win this game, both of us in our heads. And that's what I'll leave you guys with. Make a choice. Change your expectations or change your reality. Be consistent. Do your best. This is all the things. Do what you feel is right. Enjoy the struggle. Commit.